Hi, and welcome to my Thursday evening live card making tutorial. I'm here on every Tuesday, but sometimes I pop in other days of the week, and today is one of those days. So welcome. And this evening I have for you a handmade lighthouse card that's simple to make and fun. And I will show you the first card I designed and then how I changed my mind and went to what I'm demonstrating for you this evening. So let me first introduce myself. I'm Shelley Godby, and for 24 years, I've been teaching you how to create hand-stamped smiles through my YouTube videos, my Stamping Smiles blog, and my mailing list. So this evening, I'll be using the online exclusive Framed Scenes bundle. So how about we have a look at that? Here we go. There it is. And so scenes and frames. Hey, that makes the name make all kinds of sense. So like I said, this is one of the online exclusives, so you won't find this in a catalog. You need to go to the online exclusives category, and there's a link if you're watching this on YouTube or my blog to go check it out, because there are a lot of great products there that you will only find at the online exclusives. And so these come on some cardstock with tape. Instead, I put them on one of these magnet cards from Stampin' Storage, super strong magnets. And then I put them into one of these pockets. So make sure you follow my link, either this QR code or the link, to make sure you're picking up pockets and not sleeves. You want those for this. And as of this evening, I'm allowed to announce that as an affiliate. So if you follow any of my links, I will get a tiny commission, but hey, every little bit helps, and I sure appreciate it, because Stampin' Storage is a separate company from Stampin' Up. They have products to keep your crafting supplies beautifully organized, as well as your crafting. You can knock it out like no one's business. Oh, Miss Danette is here, and Miss Roxanne. Oh, and she says she's here on time. Well, fantastic, because I just announced. But if you subscribe to my channel, you get a notification that I'm going live, because you can count on, so far in nearly 2 years, I haven't missed a Tuesday. But that could always change. So anyway, they're starting a sale tomorrow, 15% off store-wide. And if your order gets up to 150 or more, free shipping. So very, very sweet. So let me put that up again, these magnet cards. And then, of course, the storage pockets. Okay, life is good. So I'm going to do some stamping before we die cut. So let's put this aside. And what I have here is some basic white cardstock. I need both of these. And I'm going to use Misty Moonlight. So if you're just joining me, or if you already have, please give my video a thumbs up and a share. I sure appreciate that. And what I have here is the Misty Moonlight Classic Stampin' Pad. I'm going to pick this up, slide that in, and I chose the Lighthouse. Very, very popular in Michigan, as well as other states, but very popular. So we'll ink this up. Now, one thing, because I stamped this several times designing my card, I kept catching it there, so I know, well, we'll see. Yeah, free shipping. Now, honey, that's for Stampin' Storage, not Stampin' Up. Stampin' Storage with the magnet cards and the storage pockets and everything else. But yes, free shipping is a beautiful thing. So I'm good. Because if you press too hard, you catch that. If you don't press too hard, you don't. And so I was completely aware of that, because I did it several times. Like, ooh. All right. And so then I have this little thanks here, and I'll show you how we'll use that as we go along, from the Wonderful Thoughts bundle. This is the coolest greeting set, because look, you have the die to die cut these images. You'll see samples and they did them by hand, but not with this one. And then you have some label dies as well. And I will be using one of those. And you've got some images. But anyway, the Wonderful Thoughts, very nice. So you'll have to check that out. Oh, let me put that up there for you. And this is available in a bundle. Oh, I thought I put that up there. Pattern of friendship. Okay, I forgot to. Anyway, this is available, but it's under the video right now. This is available in a bundle. It is carrying over, but the bundle discount is going away. So this is something you'd want to pick up before the catalog ends, the 24-25 Stampin' Up! Catalog. And that will end May 5th. Okay, so we've got our stamping done. So now we want to do some die cutting. All right. Oh, I'm not done stamping. All right, so I've got this little thanks from the Wonderful Thoughts. And stamp right in here, straight up and down. Life is good. All right, so let's close this up. Little push, flip, and lock it into place. And some really cute scenes in here, huh? The bridge. I'm thinking a cabin. That's adorable. Treehouse. And then this sure looks like where I live too. Beautiful. And then you've got the frames to go with them, the oval and this picture frame. So 2 ovals, and there's just some grain to put in there. All right, so let me grab my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and we'll fold that down. Oh, and then we need either plate number 1 and plate number 2 and some adhesive, low tack adhesive, or magnetic platform, and this is something I picked up on Amazon. All right, and you see those little circles? Those are the magnets. So either plate number 1, plate number 2, in something, Post-it notes, washi tape, something to hold your dies in place, or the magnetic platform. And this is definitely my preference. As I tend to say, it doesn't make me a better die cutter, but it sure makes me a better one. I'm not perfect with it, but better. So regardless, you'll need a plate number 3. So we're building what's called a sandwich to get to the appropriate thickness, the exact thickness we need to die cut. So let's put our lighthouse on here. And going to grab the oval. And did you hear that click? I like to let the die find the magnet so it doesn't pull it away, because you know how magnets can be. All right, bring this up a little bit more. That is looking so lovely. And if I didn't say it, remember, or help me to remember to show you the first card I did where I colored it. The lighthouse. Okay, so we got that. And all die cut. Nice, nice, nice. So this will be a monochromatic card. And so let's come back. And then I have some Misty Moonlight cardstock. Imagine that. Misty Moonlight pad, Misty Moonlight cardstock. Don't you love that with Stampin' Up! That everything is coordinated? It's just so pleasing to the eye. So now I'm going to end up using both. Now here's a tip one of my sweet viewers left for me. She said to take a dryer sheet and wipe it over the die, and things pop right out. I don't need that all the time, but for this one, it worked like a charm because I was pulling it out and actually pulling it out of shape. And so then again with number 3, and we will crank right through. So anyone that's, of course, in Michigan, I've got the Great Lakes around me, and so lots of lighthouses and very popular. And then when I spent a summer in Oregon, of course, lighthouses. So, a lot of states just love their lighthouses. Look at that frame. Isn't that beautiful? Can you see that wood grain in there? And it leaves you the mat as well, which we will use. And so for the last one, I have my greeting. And I need the die. This little tiny label die, but it fits it. Very, very cool. Okay, so you could already hear the magnet. Let's see. See if I can see. You know what? And I did a good job die cutting earlier, but you never know live. So I have one ready to go in case I mess this up. Okay. And that's what I'm talking about. See, I needed to find the magnet because it was pulling it. I'm thinking that's good. All right. Okay, yeah, Miss Danette. See, that's why you watch. You learn a tip like that. She's going to try the dryer sheet. Most of the time my dies pop out just fine, but then this one, it was just so intricate with all of that wood. And I was getting some of it, but then I was pulling so hard on some, I was separating. I thought, wait a minute, let me try that trick. Oh, look at that. That is cool. Okay, it's probably hard to see with the machine still here, but I did a good job. Yay. Yay for me. All right. So, oh, I'm not done. I'm all excited. So I'm going to try it again, but this time, I've done it and I remember. So what I have here is the Pattern of Friendship bundle. Now, I didn't end up using stamp from here. I think it's a little bit cutesy and this is quite elegant. So that's when I use the wonderful, but that Pattern of Friendship, this is also an online exclusives. And I do like the greetings in it, but for this card, I will use just the die. And there you go. So I think you want both because I feel you can never have too many greetings or too many flowers. And so, and again, one of the online exclusives. So instead of me trying to put the cardstock down and hoping I get it on straight, I'm doing it just the opposite, like I would a big background stamp, and putting the die on first. And here we go. Let's come back. And I'll place the cardstock on there. Now I'm taking my time to make sure, okay, these dots make it really easy to see that it's straight. It won't look good if it isn't. Okay, looking pretty doggone good. And then again with plate number 3. And let's crank through. Okay. So now this is, it makes a whole lot of little holes in there for stripes. So with my take your pick tool, pick this up, peel it off. There we go. And so I could have just the stripes, which are lovely. There you go. But I am crazy about plaid. So it was this way, the stripes. So I will turn it. So if you don't remove this, it's really easy. Where the other night I decided I got a little wild hair and wasn't thinking, put it all back together and didn't pay attention to how I put it on there. And so then the cutting plate. Now, of course, the magnetic isn't holding the cardstock in place because it's underneath. So we just want to place the cutting pad on there. We don't want to scoot it. All right. Now let me get this out of the way. And we will peel this off again. So put everything aside. And the take your pick tool, if you don't have one of these, you need it. I have 2 of them because I grab them up so much. Well, on the one, I leave the brush to get out the little pieces. But even at that, it's one of those things, that and paper snips. I have a bunch and a ruler. There we go. Isn't that plaid beautiful? So that's that Pattern of Friendship bundle that I highly recommend because this is adding so much. And so I've decided this is a great masculine card in plaid. I mean, plaid isn't just masculine, but wow, love it. Okay, that's not the one for this. All right, so let's slide these back in and we are done with the die cutting. Okay, there we go. Just cleaning up my area because it makes me happy to have a neat work area. And so we have our stamping done. So let's go ahead, and I've got some Misty Moonlight cardstock here. And I decided to try it, and so far it's working really well. Just use snail because there are dots in there, but there's some texture, but I think I'm going to be just fine with just Stampin' Seal instead of mini glue dots. But if you're at all unsure, please use the Stampin' Seal Plus or the mini glue dots. And my card's been sitting up and still stuck together well. And So I've got the Misty Moonlight on Misty Moonlight. One of my favorite looks is the tone on tone. There we go. And then I have this. Aren't these clouds beautiful? This is from the Take to the Sky designer series paper. And here we go. So we've got these patterns, and I believe this is retiring. We'll know for sure on the 28th. And then, so really some great masculine designs. I mean, there's the stamp, the bundle to go with this, but this paper can work on its own absolutely for sure. And these clouds are just working out so well for my card. It's like, ooh, very, very nice. Come on. All right. I guess it doesn't want to do it for me. I was trying to get back the... Huh, that's weird. Okay, it's all good. All right, so let's take some... Isn't that nice? Pretty sure that's smoky slate. And a little tighter to this edge. Make sure my clouds are going the right way. So I do want to press. We do want to press down. There we go. And then our frame, turning that over. And I'm going to use the mini Stampin' Dimensionals. Perfect size for this. My Take Your Pick tool is really handy. And I'm going to be generous with these because I do want to pop this up. Oh, Miss Roxanne, yeah, she says she needs more of that, the designer series paper. Because once that list comes out next Tuesday, March 25th, everything on it will be available only while supplies last. And to be honest, everything right now, even if we know if it's retiring or not, is available only while supplies last. And so any bundles, if the stamp set and dies carry over, they'll carry over, but without the bundle discount. And that just really adds up. So here we go. We'll peel these off. So as I'm peeling off the backings of these, tomorrow I will have, after the video's done uploading in HD, I'll have a link to my blog post with this card that will have all the measurements as well as a downloadable PDF that includes the card sketch. And the card sketches are really cool because you could use this same layout for another image of the same size. And on my first one, I used crumb cake because it was wood. And then when I decided to go monochromatic, I really like this in blue. All right. And so we've got the mat. We'll use this as well. So now with some Stampin' Seal. And you see I put my finger where it's a little opaque. And this fits right inside. All right. I think my fingers get in the way, and that's where my Take Your Pick tool comes, and I can do a little bit of adjusting. Comes in handy. As far as the dryer sheet, I don't use dryer sheets, but I have them. I've had for a long time, and so I'm thinking a used one might be better. I've got a little bit of residue on here, so save a used one. There we go. Now let's press really well. But the frame, it always does stand out a little bit more, so that worked out really well. And some more Stampin' Seal. Because I started off having it just in this frame, but then I just preferred it a little bit smaller. And so the oval, and it created its own mat. And then for the greeting, I was trying all kinds of different things. And so I thought, ooh. And I was so excited to find I had something this small and with a die, from here, the Wonderful Thoughts, right? And I thought, this looks like the little plaque that you find under some paintings. And there we go. a simple monochromatic card, masculine card that, this is a thank you card, but it'd be really easy to change that out to something else. Wasn't that easy and fun? So let me show you where I started, and here it is. And I was using the Stampin' markers to color, and here's my wood frame. And I thought, oh, I need a mat for it. So the same layout, but I'm preferring, I wanted you to see it. And I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe I would change this to the crumb cake. I don't know, it just wasn't quite there for me. And when I tried this, went, okay, there it is. This is what I want to demonstrate this evening for all of you that have found me on an unscheduled Thursday evening using the brand new Framed Scenes bundle. It's an online exclusives, and of course, the Wonderful Thoughts bundle that you'll want to pick this up while you can still get the bundle discount. And then my new background fave, right? The pattern of friendship. So cool. And because you always need greetings, get the bundle. And another of the online exclusives. So that's something to check out. Oh, Miss Danette, thank you. Simple, but a lot of layers, and just it is quite lovely for a masculine card. Of course, you could send this to a woman, but I think masculine is something we all desire because we have lots of flowers. And girl, I love the flowers, but it's nice to have something for the guys. And so there we go. That was it. So let me mention that for my sweet stampers, for anyone who has ordered at least $50 before shipping and tax from me, October 1st, 2024 through March 30th, 2025, I'm sending them the 25-26 annual catalog absolutely for free. So, there are a lot of things to pick up between the annual catalog that's retiring, the spring catalog, the January through April that's retiring, online exclusives. Oh my goodness, there is so much to go pick up. 50 will be a breeze to get a free catalog because you'll want it. I've seen it and it is fabulous. And so everything that I use, unless I showed you otherwise, like the magnetic platform and the magnet cards and storage pockets, are available to order in my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. Well, thank you, Miss Roxanne. So simple, but I can't wait because, coloring works. I'm just not thrilled with how I end up doing it, but there are just some really great images here. And then you get to pair it with the greetings of your choice. Of course, the Wonderful Thoughts were very, very nice. The font goes very well with this scene. And yeah, I think that's it. A simple masculine card with the Framed Scenes bundle. So I'm so glad you joined me this evening. And I just have so much fun with you all. And so thank you. And I'm not seeing any new questions. So it's that time of evening where I say thank you for joining me. I'm Shelley Godby, teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles. Good evening and God bless.